News Channel 7. Time for 7 First Alert weather.
Well, what a day, and we can certainly say that for Sun Valley. As you take a look here, look at this time lapse till later this evening. Watch how it covers everything up. They're going through the storm right now. They're moving through the area, and it's very difficult to see because of low level clouds and likely some very heavy rain that's coming down throughout that location. The winds are gusting. We're seeing up around 30 and even some gusts to 35 miles an hour going up through the Sun Valley Haley area. They were a lot stronger when they were in Twin Falls earlier today at 45 miles an hour, 36 miles an hour at Mountain Home because the line still extends to our south. Boise hasn't really been hit by it yet, as we know, but we'll talk about what those possibilities are. These temperatures got up around 80 degrees today, and just to mention that with these thunderstorms, even though you might see a forecast of 85 for a high, when you have the overcast and the thunderstorms hitting in the afternoon, that could have an effect on some of the high temperatures. And right now, the low right here over northern Nevada, right along the border of Utah, is sending up that moisture. And you see this line right through here. It extends right over. It's just like it was meant for us. Here's over southern Idaho, central mountains. And then as you watch it, there it is, just to our south. So let's get a closer look as to what's happening with that. As you look at the latest radar, you can see what's taking place here, going through the Sun Valley area. And it's not too far from Boise right now. It's moving up from the south. It's already moving through Mountain Home. And you can see the Sun Valley area with their storms. And you get in a little closer, they have lightning strikes all around the area. As we move down here toward Boise, here's Boise, and then you see southern Ada County. It's already almost moving towards central Ada County. You see it's already moved through the Mountain Home area. So watch for those storms tonight. There's some strong gusty winds reported out in Owyhee County, even some limbs that are down on trees, as well as winds that have gusted 45, 50 miles an hour there. Also hail, periods of heavy rain. You get the whole situation there. Watch for the lightning strikes. Now for tomorrow, temperatures will be in the mid-70s. Moving into the central mountains, temperatures in the 60s. And then you can see here in the mountains, western mountains, basically low to mid-60s because of the overcast and the rain. Ontario, you see, with 78 degrees, 77 in Nampa, Meridian 77 and 79 degrees for the high temperature in Boise today. Let's move ahead to this 7-day forecast. These thunderstorms will continue. They'll be off and on, as you see, even into next week. Now, by this time, we're kind of looking at Wednesday and Thursday. Doesn't mean that that's the time that it's going to stop. But just to let you know that these thunderstorms and this weather pattern remains active until at least the middle part of next week. Flooding is going to be an ongoing concern in some of the mountains because of the heavy rain. And you can see the temperatures that will remain fairly warm unless you have a thunderstorm in the afternoon. So I'll just leave you with last night's sunset. Gillies, which shows us that. And of course, it was a beautiful one for last night. We're getting some of those as well. But watch those storms. They could be very dangerous, even moving to the Boise area, expected between 6:30 to 7 o'clock this evening.